Hi and welcome back. Vacation went very well. No issues on the airplanes. Got to see some of my friends. Got to hang out with some of my friends. One of them I haven't seen in years. So hopefully next time I'm there, we'll be able to spend a little bit more time in a little bit better setting. Now for this episode, we're going to start working on the cold and flu season. I promised you that I was going to try to work out the K-pot herbed a soup that they use for the hot pot. I've got the spices down, but I still cannot figure out that base. I'm going to go ahead and start working on a version of it. We're going to use vegetable stock. Honestly, I believe they probably use something like yucca or cassava as a base. It is white. It is very good, but I cannot have, if it is cassava, I cannot have it in my house because somebody in this home is deathly allergic to cassava. That was a emergency bill that I don't want to repeat. Now, I do feel like I need to tag Jordan in this because I think I'm doing this right. It tastes good. It tastes the same to a point. It just needs a different base. I tried this with the chicken stock. Chicken, for me, tends to be a little bit heavy for this type of soup. So that's the reason why we're going to go ahead and work on the soup with vegetable stock. So let's get started. First, we're going to use some astragalus root. Astragalus. I'll put it in the description. This is an actual herb that helps boost the immune system and is an anti-inflammatory. People on chemo are actually drinking this tea to help with the side effects of the chemo treatment. It is wonderful for whenever you don't feel good. So perfect for flu and cold season. I've never had COVID before, so I don't know about if this is going to help or not, but it wouldn't hurt. Now I do want to go ahead and warn you. Some of the recipes out there for herb soup have what's called angelica root in it. Okay, I do have some here, but I do want to warn you, if you're pregnant or or trying to become pregnant, stay as far away of this as possible. This can do damage to you and the baby. Now we are going to go ahead and use 3 kinds of cardamom. There are kinds of cardamom out there. I have regular green cardamom. You'll find them in the green pods. There is white cardamom, and they're white, but they're shaped differently. And then we have black cardamom. They're larger and they're more fragrant. They have a deeper, kind of like a roasted cardamom type of taste to them. All right. So cardamom, okay, helps with oral, infections of the mouth. Helps reduce blood pressure, or helps reduce blood sugar. Also helps with inflammation. It may actually boost your heart health. And it helps you with your breathing, so respiratory issues, as well as help you with your hair and skin growth. So there's a whole bunch of benefits to cardamom. That's the reason why we always put it in our food, because it has the best benefits on a regular basis. The next ingredient is going to be chestnuts. Okay, I have a bag of chestnuts here. They're dried, so it is going to take a little bit of time for them to rehydrate in the soup. Chestnuts help with digestion. They are an anti-inflammatory, so if you have any inflammation inside the body, this will help. And this will also boost your immune system. So it's very good for whenever you're not feeling well. And the last are red dates, okay? I call these jujubes because that's what it says on the package. They are considered jujubes. They're also called red dates. These help with blood sugar. They help you feel fuller longer in order to be able to help with the reduction of your blood sugar. We are going to use these as a sweetener. These are very sweet. They have a natural fructose in them. So we're not going to ingest these. We're going to use them into the simmer pot to be able to sweeten the broth. And to 8 cups of broth, we are going to be adding 1 can, 13.5 ounces of coconut milk, just to smooth everything out. I did forget to mention, we are also going to add some goji berries. Alright, so goji berries are also an antioxidant, which will help clean things out of your system. It also has vitamin C and iron in it. So if you're a little bit anemic, this will go, so if you're a little bit anemic, then this will be great for you. Recommend to drink the tea. The berries you can eat, but it'd be more beneficial if you drink the tea until your doctor says otherwise. Can't forget the garlic. While we're waiting for our vegetable broth to come up, test the saltiness of this. Depending on your taste, you may want to add a little bit more salt. I am going to go ahead and add probably a half a teaspoon of salt to this. Remember, in order for you to stay hydrated, you need a little bit of sodium, which is the salt, a little bit of glucose, which is sugar, which comes in the form of the red dates, and potassium, which is in the garlic. To 8 cups, we're going to put in 1 teaspoon garlic. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm keeping forgetting to add. We need ginger too, because ginger is also anti-inflammatory and helps circulate the blood. 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1 tablespoon of the root, one tablespoon each of the white cardamom, green cardamom, the black cardamom pods I'm going to put in 4. 4 jujubes. So basically, one of these every 2 cups. Okay. 4 of the chestnuts. This is about a half a tablespoon of the goji berries. Half a tablespoon to a tablespoon, depending on your sweetness level, because those are sweet. And then you can add your coconut milk. And it kind of looks like the K-pot herbed stuff because of the herbs and the milkiness of everything. It kind of looks like it, but I know that it doesn't taste like it. There's something else. There's something that's missing. Either that or I'm trying to do too much and it's done with water. I do know that they also put MSG in the K-pot. I cannot do MSG because of my wheat allergy. One thing that I did the research on for what MSG is. MSG is a combination of a bacteria that they get off of wheat plants and mix it with cane sugar to make a salt. Now, this would not be an issue if I didn't have a reaction to wheat. It was a thing in the 80s to early 90s called the Chinese restaurant syndrome, where everybody could swear that they had a reaction if they ate over at the Chinese restaurant because of the MSG content of the Chinese food. I reacted. My father reacted. I got hot, and then his mood changed. So I'm guessing we got the wheat from our father's side of the family, but we'll find out here soon, because whenever I was over at my mom's house, we did the 23andMe DNA thing. But it is actually a real reaction to this. Now, the only thing I can think of is that was a reaction to the bacteria that made the MSG. Not everybody can tolerate things like that. Now, if you think about going to a Chinese food restaurant, what do they have? They have sweet and sour. They have teriyaki. They have a whole bunch of sugar that is in their food that reacts with the bacteria to make the MSG. So basically, your body is becoming an MSG factory if you have MSG in with your food, if you have a bad reaction to the bacteria. I do. My father does. Don't know about my kids. I haven't seen that much. I haven't exposed them to that as much as a lot of other places have. We have gone to eat Chinese, but I've never really heard of them having a reaction to it. So I'm hoping, praying that it stops with my generation. But that's how that is made. There is plenty of documentaries on YouTube to educate yourself on that process. Okay, now whenever I went to K-Pot to have the herbed hot pot, everything was gluten-free. Everything that I chose was gluten-free. There were gluten items that you could choose, but I chose the gluten-free options like meats, vegetables. They offered rice. I did not take any because of my being diabetic. Can't take that much. But it did react with my blood sugar. So I'm guessing that there's a little bit of rice starch in this as well, which would kind of make sense. So if you do have problems regulating your blood sugar, ask what the ingredients are I asked for the recipe for this. They wouldn't give it to me. Now you're going to want to let this simmer as long as you can. If you're wanting to use this as a sipping broth, and you can do that, then I would suggest leaving this simmer in a crock pot on low for at least 10 hours. Okay, the spices do need to mingle a lot. If you want to can this up after it simmers for that 10 hours, you can. You want to pressure can this for about 20 minutes per pint. Or if you're water bathing, for vegetables stock, you want to water bath it for an hour. If you're using beef, chicken, or any other animal stock, then it's going to be 3 hours on a low rolling boil. But we are going to go ahead and use this for sipping, which means we're going to drink it just like soup, just like tea. You can taste it now. It should have a lot of the flavors in there after about 30 minutes. Still has a little bit of ways to go. I can still taste the vegetable stock in here. It's still something different. Okay, I'm wondering if it's just water. Same spices. Honestly, we got it perfect with the chicken stock. It's just I don't like the chicken in this. I'm not liking the vegetable stock in here either. But it still has the same health benefits. So go ahead and try. See if you can find it. Like I said, hi Jordan. Help. And we'll see you next time.